Hello everyone, welcome to week 3, day 1. If you're here, hopefully you had a great first 2 weeks of the program and you're ready to continue for the 6-week program. So for week 1 and 2, quick recap, we had 3 hard days, 3 longer days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with 2 recovery, mobility, flexibility days, Tuesday, Thursday, and a slow jog or slow fitness day on Saturday. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday are all just as important, but we had 3 long days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Coming into this next phase, what we've done is we've condensed the sessions. They're not going to be as long, but we're going to go Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday instead of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They're all going to have a specific purpose. So Monday, we're going to be working on power and our stretch shortening cycle, our elasticity, okay? Working in isometrics, plyometrics, finishing off with some extensive or some low amplitude plyometrics. On Tuesday, we're going to do a block, a French contrast block, which is working on our athletic qualities as well as some traditional strength work and some isometric work on the back end. Wednesday will be a recovery day, more flexibility, mobility, full body, a little bit longer than the last ones, but still all preparing us for the next day. Thursday, get back to the court. We're sprinting, we're jumping. That's the purpose of this program, is to be more athletic. And then Friday, we're going to double down on day 2 or on Tuesday, where we're doing another French contrast block, some strength work, and some rather challenging eccentric and isometric work, finishing with Saturday, day 6, which is more the low intensity aerobic system or zone 2 type work, depending on where we're going to go with that, okay? But no, we're going 4 days versus 3. It's going to be shorter days. They're all very, very specific. Let's build this for the next 2 weeks and then get to week 5 and 6 where we actualize our goals. Hope you're enjoying it. Let's have fun. All right. So again, first thing we're going to do, get the core going, get the hips going, get our everything moving, and then we work. So similarly to what we've done, you're going to go half kneeling stretch and just hold for 30 seconds. Now, you can have a pad under your knee if you need to. That's up to you. But what I want is from your knee to your shoulder is a straight line. You're not arching back. You're focusing on opening up the front hip without hanging on it. Do you understand the difference? Is we're not trying to bowstring. We're trying to create some active mobility, even a little bit of a tuck. Now, if that's easy, open up, reach. You've heard this a million times over. Use your breath. You might take both hands. Drive up. Good. 30 seconds to a minute. Getting soft, I guess. That's all right. And we're going to hit the same thing, all right? So half kneeling stretch. Hands above your head. If this is too hard, put your arms here. I'm trying to get a good stretch, sit back. Not bowstring, but create some length. Visualize, trying to make myself as long as I can from my knee, my left knee, to my left hand. And even open up, okay? And then from there, do our pigeon stretch off the bench, where we're sitting across the body. We're just gonna sit back, okay? Challenge yourself here. You're not all gonna get down here, don't worry. But make it so you're getting a little bit better, even if it's 0.001%. If you do that for 365 days, you're gonna get better. Okay, sit. I feel like you're getting into that hip. Good. About a minute, but 30 to a minute is fine. I'm gonna do the same thing. You see, I know right away my left side is so much tighter than my right side for this stretch, but that's okay. There's always one side tighter than the other. Good. All right, we're going to transition. Now, a plank is such a simple recruitment drill, but there is a right way to do a plank, and I'm not just talking about our positioning. So from the top of your head to your heels, you want to be relatively straight. So obviously not exactly, but you don't want your hips dropping forward or yourself rounding. But that's one thing. The other thing that people do when they plank, which is why some practitioners don't like planks, is that they brace. So they get here and they go, and they do a Valsalva, which creates a lot of tension, which helps the length of the plank, and it serves a purpose if you're trying to brace for contact, but it doesn't help with fluidity and the functional, requirements of being able to breathe while we work. So do this one set. Go as long as you can. I've got a 45 on my back. You don't need a 45. You choose. You may not need weight. That's up to you. But what I want you to do is come up, find your position, and just control your breath. Now, if you can from here, even think of just pulling your belly button in a little bit, okay? So pull it towards your spine. Hold your breath. Or don't hold your breath. Control your breath. So that was 45 seconds. I urge you, track your weight, or track your time. And then next time you do it, do the same weight, see if you can add 5 seconds, 10 seconds, or do May. You choose, okay? Hop up. Same thing with side plank. Push into the elbow. Make sure you're not dropping here. Not my best, but not bad. 25, 26 seconds, something like that. Good. And then hop up. Beautiful. Okay. Now from here, let's get the glutes going. And we will get foot and ankle going. Call it a day. So again, you know this drill. Push into the ground, squeeze the glute. Just for 10, part of our warm-up. I don't know if I was counting there. Hopefully I didn't cheat. 7, 8, 10. Good. And then we're going to go into a flex position. Pushing into our knee, into our elbow. Stay closed. Open up. You should feel the side, the glute. Really raise. Make sure you're not feeling the TFL. Feel the glute and the glute. Find that range. Oh. So I think that when you switch sides, second side you're never going to get the same amount of reps. Well, you might, but it's going to be harder because you have already activated that bottom side. So there's a bit of fatigue, but that's okay. This is all meant to help prime us for our session. Oh, burning up. All right, so the last drill we're going to work in that we haven't been doing on these days, but it's so important for our foot and ankle our hip, mainly our hip, but just trying to piece everything together is our hip spin, okay? So we're gonna do a hip spin into a single leg squat, but sequence it as holding, okay? Weights kind of mid-foot to heel. Use this if you need it, but you're really trying to open up and close down. Now, as you do this, this stays nice and steady. You're trying to make very little movement in this leg. And I just think of getting my belly button to the camera, belly button to the outside of my heel. But I'm moving from the belly button, and I'm moving as one unit. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Come up. I want you to use something if you have it. Just focus on a good stacked squat. We're just 3 to 5. We're not trying to fatigue. We're trying to pattern good single leg control. Okay? It's good. It's fired up. RDO. Find that position. Sometimes help to drive the ball of your foot into the ground. Open up. I'm using my hand a bit too much. I want to get 1 or 2 reps. So you see, be honest with each other, my left leg is so much better than my right leg. I need to be conscious of it and make sure I get those reps in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now, let's get a balance drill, this drill. Active dorsiflexion off the wall, the ankle going, and we're gonna go right into it, okay? 4. 5. Burn it out 1 set. Your bum has to stay on the wall. If you're looking at yourself and you have one side here and the other side, what does that tell you? You got to check in with yourself. Oh, I'm going to grab my band. We got one more drill that we know. The around the world drill, where, again, if you haven't watched the video for this one yet, what we're going to do is we're going to try for my right leg, if you can see it, we're going to try to get an angle that's about 45 degrees. Okay? That's a lot of tension, but wrap it around twice if you can. And all I want you to do is get set up here and focus from the shin up. Nothing's moving. You're just trying to create the biggest circle possible with your big foot. So I think of having a pencil on my big toe. I'm trying to draw on a canvas that's right in front of me the biggest, most balanced circle as possible. Other way, by balance, I mean a full circle, a perfect circle, and the biggest circle possible. 5, good. We'll do both sides. go right into it. Rapid. So again, sit up. Beautiful. Time to get to work. All right, so now we're going to do our rudiment series, which you're going to get set up. This is, I'm always going to say modified because I'm not the one who came up with it. And I think that people who create things also deserve credit, and they're the ones who are the experts. So I'll call it like my attempt at a rudiment series and my attempt at explaining it. But what we're trying to do is get into a pattern of getting off the ground with a good fluent contact time, so not wasting energy, but also not too stiff. We're trying to get equal contribution or balanced contribution between the ankle, the knee, and the hip. So hands on hip. I'm going to always try to keep stiff ankle, dorsiflex ankle, and just get into pattern. Not really trying to get high yet, but I'm trying to have a consistent contact point as we're priming for what we're going to do. Okay, that's double leg. We're going to do single leg, double leg, forward, back, side to side. Okay. Switch. This right side is not my best, as you can see, but guess what? Working to improve it. Side to side. Okay. Now you're going to do 1 to 2 sets through. What I wouldn't mind, and this is up to you, this is a bit of a bonus, do 1 set of double leg where you're getting the pattern, but you're also trying to get some height. Okay, so ease into it and good. All right, so our next circuit here, we're going to pair a mid-thigh pull with an assisted band jump and depth jump to rapid squat jumps, so or counter movement jumps. So there it's going to be higher and quick. This is going to be an isometric, and then this is going to be unloaded. Now, we're doing 3 sets of about 3 seconds with 15, 30 seconds in between, depending on what you need. I'm going to do the first 2 with the bar, and then I'm going to do 1 with the towel. The towel is going to be more of a squat, but I'm very aware that a lot of you won't have a setup like this, and I don't want you to avoid an exercise because you don't. So I'm going to do 2 reps with this, 1 rep with the towel, so you can see the squat alternative, and then we'll do the whole circuit. Okay, so get set up just like you're doing an RDL. You're going to go against an immovable object. Get set up over the bar and wait about 20 to 30 seconds, really driving into the ground. I'm trying to lift this thing up. Okay, it's bolted down so it's not going anywhere. Invest in a good cheap towel. You should probably partner with the towel company because you can do so much with it on the road, in hotels, after games, after practices, drills with your buddies. Like, it's really a valuable thing to carry around. Get set up. Again, load, bend the knees over and good. Funny thing, do as I say, not as I do. My last set I did, I really wanted to pull the bar apart, and I held my breath and I let go and I almost passed out. So don't forget to breathe. All right, get a good grip. This towel's a bit smaller, but like you're at the bottom of your squat or as low as you can. Good. Get a good grip and push. Good. I'm saying good to myself. That's kind of weird, but you get what we're doing. And step off, land, do 3 quick jumps. So although I could get low and drive through, I'm trying to get up quick, okay? Push into the ground. Good. And pair that with the band. Circuit 2. All right, guys, so circuit 3, we're going to get into our lateral patterns. Again, 3 drills. We're going to do an isometric. This one's great. We've got a wall here. You can do it almost anywhere. Again, 3 seconds with about 15 to 30 seconds in between, but take your time. The quality is more important. So over 3 to 5 seconds, you want to get to a max effort like you're trying to break through the wall. We'll alternate each legs, do 3 aside, do 2 more drills, and that's our last circuit, okay? So biggest thing, you don't want to hang your hip. You want to stay nice and level. Get a good angle. Push into the inside of the foot in 1, 2, 3. It's a hard one. Now, for me, I don't want you out here. Doesn't need to be super, super low, but low enough inside the leg. And take your time. Still got my strength coach shirt tucked in. I'm actually okay if you're doing 3. You're doing 3 sets. You can hit 3 angles too. Go lower and that was lower than the last one. Find what works for you. Remember, isometrics are very specific to the angle within 15 and 20 degrees of you train them, right? If you train them high, you'll be good at that high position. Yeah. Good, we'll do one more. Just for this, why not? Let's go as low as we can go. Feather touch that leg off and get low. Oh, that was bad. It's hard on that side. It's all right. Exploring. So 30 seconds or so. Do a lateral hop. Follow up on the lateral. Make sure you guys can see me. I'll do one set this way, one set that way so you can see off the ground. So load. Imagine this is my first set because we don't want to pair it all together, but both angles. Get over, get up. Don't absorb it slowly. You absorb it as much as you need, but you're trying to transfer that energy, so some stiffness is required, okay? Load. Good. And we'll do the same thing, building on the last 2 days. Jump and stick with a punch, okay? Lateral. Wait 30 seconds. Trying to show this to you. Make sure you're rested between all these. 30 to a minute for each, okay? Load. Good. That punch kind of tries to sink you in. Get out of the hole. Lower. All right, guys. So in the workouts that you've seen, often you won't have a piece of equipment. You won't have a safety bar. You won't have what you need to achieve what you're trying to achieve. So just, through people asking, I wanted to give a couple alternatives based off of the equipment that you do have, with the understanding that always ask yourself, what are we trying to achieve? So right now with the PIMAs, with the push isometrics, what we're trying to achieve is a really good effort, max effort, into moving an object that's not going to move. We're recruiting muscles at a good angle. It's got a lot of purposes, but don't get honed in too much on the protocol, a safety bar versus a barbell versus this. Obviously, there are ideal situations, but there's also our own situation, which is we're at a public gym or we don't have equipment. So again, do the best with what you have. So I'm going to give you 3 options. And again, remember, isometrics are very specific to the angle. So I would rather be down. Personally, I would rather be down here, but I'm going to show you from up here. It's already set up. So this is option 1. And 3, 2. Good. You go both sides, right? Load the front leg, let the front leg do the work, and good. Okay, that's option 1. Now, if you're at a gym and they don't have this, you can also put on so much weight that you're not going to move it. You can use a Smith machine. Find a way to do it that's safe, but you can achieve it. Sometimes you won't have this, but you'll have the long blocks on the bottom or something that you can wrap the bottom bar on. So, same idea. From a split position, again, you'd want a better angle, but for the purpose here, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's get both legs. The last couple weeks, we're going to get into more of the quickness of it, but right now, take your time, and at some point in that 3 to 5 seconds, you want to get a max effort. Now the last effort, which is one of my favorite ones, because you can do it anywhere, the only limitation is that your grip could make it challenging using a towel, right? So get the right length of towel. If you can, wrap it. If not, you're just gonna have to use your grip. Get a good shin angle. Load up and just 3 seconds. Go both sides. So right there, you have 3 examples of a similar purpose. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Sorry. 3 examples of alternatives based off of the equipment you have with a similar purpose. Have a go. All right, guys. So circuit 1, we're doing split position PIMA. We're going to do about 3 seconds. 3 seconds per leg, 2 to 3 efforts. Your efforts stop when your quality goes down. So if you do 2 and then you know you're just done for, stop there, okay? But we're going to get set up. Load the front leg out. And relax. Relax for about 15 seconds. I'm going to go a bit lower because it's not low enough for me. Okay, set up again, 3 seconds again. We'll do one more in about 15 seconds and we're going to switch sides. One, 2. We'll go both sides, okay? You know this, I'll say this a million times over, this is about quality, not quantity, okay? Good. Again, about 3 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds. If you feel yourself dropping off, stop there. Okay? Go 2 more. I'll go 2 more because I feel good. Good. So that last set, I use my back leg a lot. I'd like you to focus on the front leg. Good cue for myself. When we go from this exercise to the next, we have 3 things that we're pairing. Take your time. Okay, you're doing 3 sets. It's about the quality, not the quantity. That's what I got there. Okay, so exercise 1, as I rest for the next one. Before this, if you guys remember, I did a 10-week challenge, 70 for 70. And I trained so hard every day. Some days I knew I didn't have it, but it was the purpose of that. Now, doing the slow, easy run on Saturday, even though my legs are heavy, and then having Sunday off. Sunday, I'm itching. I'm like, I gotta do more. But today, I'm fresh. My quality of movement, it may not be perfect, but for me, it's the best it's gonna be. So having the discipline to follow a process is important. The reality is some of you, if I didn't do the 10 for 10, Saturday and Sunday, I would have been dead anyways. But my point is, as you're doing this, recognize high quality, purposeful sessions require rest, good nutrition, good sleep, both for the gains as well as the injury prevention. Okay? 3 jump squats, hit the ceiling, get off the ground. I think I did an extra. We're gonna do a split jump as well. Not super heavy. Let's just pattern it. 2 to 3 leg. We're gonna cycle those 3 sets through, okay? I should be waiting longer. Let's wait together. I'm talking about discipline. Should probably show discipline. Let's wait another 20 seconds. All right. Okay. Set up. Load. Circuit 1.